What is up, everybody? Jaco here today. I know it's been a long time since you heard from me, and now hearing from me, you're probably like, Jake, we're tired of hearing about houses, but I like to talk about it. Maybe it's something that I'm into, right? Don't worry, there's nobody on the side of me. I don't even know what it is. It's my baby seat, and it's something over there. And there's a lot of traffic. It's actually raining here for the first, there's such a bad drought here, it's insane. But it's raining here. I gotta see if it's raining at my house. Because at my house, it's the problem. So, my daughter just turned 8 months 3 days ago, so congratulations to her on her 8-month birthday. Can't wait till she's 1. She's crawling very easily, been standing with assistance in one hand. She has her own little bumper car that she drives with her 2 little handles, and then I have a remote. And she has her little push cart, and then I got a little bike tower, so I tow her on my electric bicycle. So that's all good stuff for her, and she's becoming smarter every day. She actually started saying her B's for the first time. She said mom, mama before. Now she's saying ba, ba, ba. I can't get her to say dad, daddy yet, so that's a little bit more difficult. Definitely has some personality every day. It's something new with her. Learning constantly new things. She used to love getting baths and getting changed, and now she hates it. Getting harder to put her to sleep. She refuses to sleep in her crib, wants to sleep with us. So those are all difficult things. Just like you got to get a baby on a habit, even if they're going to cry. And that's the hard part, is hearing the baby cry and just saying, oh yeah, we got to not do anything about it. And that's very difficult as a parent. So back to the housing market. Let's talk housing market, right? I'm still in my house now. I like my house now. I'm happy with my house now, but I'm not really content with Texas. So I'm going to wait till the market fully crashes before making my move. Now that means, yes, I'm going to lose money on my house, but I've made this video before and you guys get the gist of it. So what I'm making this video about is, you can probably see by the title, it says sellers are funny. And for the people who's been, when I bought my house in March, right, interest rates were like 3%, right? April, May comes around, interest rates are going slightly up, 3.1, 3.2, 3.3. But the housing market's still, for houses that were like 500, they still went up another 50K between April and May. Right after May, when they started hiking up interest rates, then the market went down. And it has been crazy, because come May, April, March, there was bidding wars. People were fighting for houses. There wasn't many houses on the market, etc., etc. People were coming from New York and California and paying prime dollar for houses. And that's changed, right? People can afford something at 3%, aren't the same people can afford at 6% most likely, unless you're like a cash buyer, etc., etc. So the reason I'm making this video is because I'm seeing a lot of people reducing their houses substantially. I've seen a house go from $1.2 million to $800,000 in the course of a month. So people are rapidly decreasing their prices, but some prices were just so inflated that even reducing them $100,000 is not enough. And let me explain something. Like, I'm looking at houses where I moved from in Florida. And most of them are built 1, 2, 3 years ago. So these houses were bought brand new in 2020, 2021. So most of the prices that are up, even at this time when prices have been reduced mostly, are still double what they purchased for. So you bought a house with a low interest rate for $350,000, and now you're listing your house for $750,000. And it's crazy, because like I told you guys before, it's like a giant wave. In a neighborhood that I like in Florida, I wanted to buy a house, and the most expensive ever house to sell there was like $600,000, right? So I was trying to buy this house at it was listed for $625,000, 4,200 square foot house, beautiful home, little dated, so I was like hesitant on it. So I was like, oh, I'll offer a little bit less. They're like, that's not going to cut it. I'm like, okay, I'll offer full price. And I was working with the realtor who was selling the house. I wasn't even working with a realtor. And she's like, that's not going to cut it either. We have an offer substantially more than the $645. And I was like, okay, I'll offer $650. That's not enough. And I said, can you tell me any information about the other offer? We can't. Later on, I found out that it closed for $660. I would have bought it for $675. But the point is, a house right next to it, the same model, but with a pool, ends up selling for like $950,000. Somebody bought it, didn't care about appraisal, etc., etc. I mean, I'm sure it didn't even appraise it to 6 something, because like I said, it's the highest price ever. Somebody bought that house. Next thing you know, 3 houses on that lot are listed for $1 million plus. So one person's like, that person sold it, I can sell mine for that much. So all the houses in there, this was like a community where all, like, people went here because prices were low compared to Palm Beach. This is like north of Palm Beach where nobody really wants to live. And I was like, I like this community. I had an opportunity to buy it before and I ended up falling through. But it's somewhere where I wanted to be. And now it's like $500,000 in 2021 got you a gorgeous house in there. $500,000 now gets you one of the smallest houses in there. And it's so ridiculous because, like I said, yes, people are reducing their prices, but it seems like the people who are desperate, yes, are reducing their prices. The people who are like, I don't care if my house sells or not, I'll just leave it up for that. And they leave it up. And here's the deal. When you're selling a house and people see that it's been sitting for 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 days, people are like, what's wrong with this house? And they're going to come prepared to walk your house if they're not already scared off and offer a substantially less price. They're not going to be like, okay, yeah, I'm going to give this price full price. Like me, I see a house sitting, I'm just waiting for it to go down. And if it's not going to go down and I really like it, I would offer less. Like I viewed a house that was 1.4 listed for the second month of the year in March. And it has gone down to 950,000 and people still aren't buying it. And there's a reason. I mean, I saw it. It's a 7,800 square foot house on an acre and it's a nice house, but it's from like 99 and it had a pipe burst and you could still smell mold in the house and it's just completely outdated, right? It needs work. So they keep reducing. I'm sure somebody will come in, offer 800,000 and they'll accept it. But I personally don't want it because I don't want to buy something, number one, in Texas, and number two, be in a situation where I have to put a bunch of money into a 7,900 square foot house. That's not what I'm interested in. So I do have an opportunity. Before I moved into my house, I saw a house in a little bit north of Houston in Cypress, which was a 3-story house, 7,700 square feet with a pool and a hot tub. And I had a deal in for 820,000. And I ended up backing out because there was a situation between the husband and the wife and a divorce, and there's a trustee who was selling the house, and I didn't have the time to go through that, right? So I ended up backing out. They ended up taking the house off the market, and now there's an opportunity for me to see this house, and I told them I can only offer them like 780 because it's probably going to need a new roof soon. Now, it's a great house, but it is from 05. Luckily, it has high doors downstairs, 8-foot doors, which I need, especially for my downstairs. They don't really do that upstairs here. But, so I'm going to give an opportunity and check that out. And the reason why is because, like I said, I'm still trying to help my parents live with me. So I think that's an ample amount of space. I really want a house with a pool and hot tub here for sure. And then the house offers a little bit more space between the neighbors. So a 780 for 7,900 square feet, it does sound like a steal, right? If there's nothing wrong with it. So that's where I'm at with that. And back to the topic of the video is about people like being stubborn and sellers being stubborn. It's just like, if you're not willing to reduce your house, you're actually shooting yourself in the foot in the long run, because you're not willing. You're gonna attract people. You're gonna attract people who know your house has been sitting, where vice versa, before houses were just selling, and now that they're sitting, it's gonna make people wonder again, what is wrong with it? So if you guys have any questions about the housing market, please let me know. Everybody's probably like, Jake, you should be a realtor. You know what? I probably should. I definitely probably should. So I'm also hesitant on possibly ordering my C8 Corvette because I want to order it, but I also don't want to lose money on it, even though people are still selling it 15, 20,000 above MSRP. And it seems like it's going down. It was like 40K. So if I can get it for like 6 months to a year, play with it and get my money back, I would be happy. But in life, nothing is guaranteed. So I hope y'all are doing well. I'm on camera a lot more. I can't just say the site starts with a C. So if you ever want to watch me, I am there. I try to be on daily now. But I hope everybody has a great day. Subscribe to the channel, and I appreciate you guys all much. Be sure to like this video. If you do have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. Take care, guys.